A Power of Silence Buddha Story Unlocked. Once upon a time, in the heart of ancient India, there lived a young and curious monk named Ananda. Ananda was a diligent student, always eager to learn from his wise teacher, Gautama Buddha. However, he had a relentless curiosity about the power of silence, a topic he couldn't quite grasp from the teachings he had received. One sunny morning, as the lotus flowers bloomed around the monastery, Ananda decided to approach his teacher with a question that had been bothering him for days. "Venerable Buddha," Ananda began, "I have meditated upon your teachings and have found great wisdom in your words. But I wonder, what is the power of silence, and how can it help us on our path to enlightenment?" Gautama Buddha, who was sitting under the Bodhi tree, opened his eyes and looked at Ananda with a serene smile. He motioned for the young monk to sit beside him, and then with a gesture invited him to share his thoughts. Ananda hesitated for a moment and then spoke. "Venerable Buddha, I have observed that you often sit in deep meditation, saying nothing, and yet your presence is filled with tranquility and wisdom. I am curious about the significance of this silence." Buddha nodded, acknowledging Ananda's curiosity. He then shared a parable to help his student understand the power of silence. "Ananda, consider the lotus flower that blooms in the muddy waters but remains untouched by the impurities that surround it. The lotus represents the purity of the mind. In the same way, silence is like a lotus in the mind. It allows the muddy waters of our thoughts and emotions to settle, revealing the clarity of our true nature." Ananda listened intently as his teacher continued. "Silence is not the absence of sound, but the stillness of the mind. When we speak, our minds are often filled with distractions, desires, and ego. But in silence, we can listen to the whispers of our inner wisdom. It is in the quiet moments that we can connect with our true selves and gain insights that words cannot convey." Ananda was beginning to grasp the concept, but he still had questions. "But Venerable Buddha, how can we harness the power of silence in our daily lives, especially when we are surrounded by the noise of the world?" Buddha replied, "Silence is not about avoiding the external noise, but about finding the inner peace that transcends it. It is a practice that begins within. Start by observing your thoughts without judgment, like watching clouds pass in the sky. As you become more aware of your thoughts, you can choose to let go of those that do not serve your well-being." Ananda nodded thoughtfully. He understood that silence was not just about refraining from speaking, but also about cultivating inner serenity and mindfulness. Buddha continued, "Furthermore, silence can be a bridge that connects us to others. When we listen with a silent mind, we truly hear what others are saying. We empathize with their feelings and experiences, fostering deep connections and understanding. Sometimes the most profound communication occurs in the absence of words." As days turned into weeks, Ananda immersed himself in the practice of silence. He meditated under the Bodhi tree, sought solitude, and observed the world with a newfound awareness. The power of silence slowly revealed its transformative effects on his life. One morning, Ananda returned to Gautama Buddha, his eyes radiant with understanding. "Venerable Buddha," he said, "I have experienced the power of silence. In the quiet moments, I have found peace within, and in my interactions with others, I have discovered a deeper connection that transcends words." Buddha smiled at his student's revelation. "Ananda, the power of silence is a timeless truth. It is a gateway to enlightenment and inner peace. As you have experienced, it is not a rejection of the world, but a way to navigate it with grace and wisdom." Ananda bowed in gratitude and felt immense contentment in the knowledge he had gained. He continued to embrace the power of silence in his daily life, becoming a beacon of serenity and wisdom for others. The story of Ananda and the power of silence spread far and wide, inspiring countless seekers on their journey towards enlightenment. It served as a reminder that in the midst of life's noise, the most profound truths often reside in the quiet spaces of our hearts and minds. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to channel Enlighten Yourself.